What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today is day one down at the Forest River sneak peek where all the dealerships come out, show the newest, latest, and greatest. And you guys know one of my favorite fifth wheel brands, the Columbus, baby. So we are checking out one of my favorite floor plans of theirs. It's the 2026 Columbus 388 FKS. But they also got a couple decor changes that I want to show out to you. But the one thing about this is, as I've called it before in the past, it's the best kept secret in the RV industry. However, I don't know if I can any longer say that, because over the last year, there has been a huge demand and dealerships across the country seem to be just gobbling this thing up because it is one of the best built fifth wheels in the entire RV industry. So it is a six-sided aluminum frame construction, which is not the common way of building an RV, but I like to say it's a seven-sided aluminum frame construction because under the bed or floor plans with a dinette also run aluminum as well, which if you lift up a bed, typically it's going to be a 1-inch piece of pine. So better construction, you know, just a unit that's kind of built to last, but it also looks so nice. And since they don't have the ability to, you know, live off the name fully, they don't have that extreme markup like some of these brands have just for the name. Kind of like, you know, I like to call it like the Cadillac effect. You know, if you're going out to buy a Cadillac, you're paying like an extra 20 grand for the name. They don't have this, which is absolutely fantastic. So whether you call it the best kept secret in the game, regardless, it's a fair priced, well-built unit that I think you guys are going to like. If you're not familiar, you do have a rising up in the front, rising up in the back, the bedroom, for tremendous storage that you just saw there. But then you also have this kind of half bath situation where I think this is the washer and dryer prep. Yeah, washer and dryer prep right back there. So really good use of space there for you. But if you're bringing the grandkids, they don't have to march through your bathroom or through your bedroom to get to the bathroom. So I think you're going to like it. But if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, first off, I thank you. If you haven't, drop a comment, hit that like and subscribe button for daily RV content. But you guys know I'm a sucker for a front kitchen. And last year I said this is my favorite front kitchen model, and I think I am standing by it. I love the living room setup with the recliners directly across from the TV. I love how it kind of two-tones up too, with this dark like navy blue or black, or I'm a little bit colored, what is it called, color tone deaf, so colorblind. So colorblind right there, but I think it's like a dark blue, slate gray, something like that. But also with that half bath, now you have the pull out sofas where the grandkids can come sleep at. And I'm going to come back in here and show off the storage in here a little bit better. But another thing that I really like is this railing. As simple as it says, or simple as it sounds, I just think it's pretty cool. Decor wise, I think it adds a little bit of a different look to it. And then you're heading up into here, and the way that they build out their framing allows you to have a bigger refrigerator here up in the upper deck. So it's one of the industry's taller upper decks. You're sitting at about, I think it's like 7 foot if I'm not mistaken, maybe 6'10", something like that. But for an upper deck of a fifth wheel, this is an RV that's truly built for someone that's a little bit taller, or for somebody that may be a little bit more claustrophobic in the RV industry. And I mean, look at that. You have a box frame. Look at all the storage that you get here in the upper deck of a fifth wheel. Compare this to just about any other brand in the RV industry, and you're just not going to get this feeling. So it's absolutely fantastic if that's something that you need. I get, you know, I got darn near 2 million followers across social media now at this point, and I get probably 40, 50 messages a day, especially on Facebook. And a lot of them, almost daily, people ask, you know, hey, do you have an RV for someone that's like my husband's 6'5"? I always point them in the direction of Columbus for the reason of the upper deck head height and that it's full profile going all the way in the back, meaning it's one even playing field all the way through. So you just get incredible height. The 12-volt refrigerator here is absolutely massive for what it is. Usually on these upper decks, they have this little rinky-dink kind of refrigerator, but this looks like it's like an 18 cubic foot possibly. Let's see. Yeah, 18 cubic foot, which you can see right there. It's also going to be 12 volt. So it'll run off of the solar, which I believe this has 200 watts standard, and you can link up to 4. You also get an ice maker there too as well. And then look at all the countertop space that you get in this iShot. Fantastic for someone that likes to cook, for someone that just wants to eat and display out all their stuff with an overlook perch onto the fireplace and the TV. I just think that's such a cool way for a disposition there. But also, like, you know, all your dishes and all of that. Now you also need places to put them. So you have storage, you know, left, right, and above. You also notice I'm going hands-free here. on the fancy pants hinges right there. So you're gonna have soft close. It's also the solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. They also do things a little bit differently as well. Like you get this little, manual to kind of go over the unit itself. But they also, something that I never knew about, and they said they're only one of 2 different fifth wheels to do this, is like with the wiring harnesses in the upper and lower deck. And I'm no electrician, but I'm gonna show you that on the exterior. And for people that are like the engineer type, I think it'll be very interesting to them because it sounded really cool. And it didn't sound like fluff either, Stainless steel undermounted bowl with the high-rise faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles. And then you have cubby, outlet, and then big old doors right here for big old storage, baby. So right over here, you're going to have pull-out trash can with rooms for your bags. More storage right there, and then you flip it around. You got another slide, so dual opposing slides here in the upper deck, and this is going to be kind of for your cooking. So you got the 3 top burner to whip up all the fixins. And then, of course, an oven big enough for like a chicken. 3 pull-out drawers. Top 2 are going to be looking like this. Bottom one looking like that. It's also going to be a real wood. Power tower, one up, and then the other one's down right now, but on both sides with windows that, let's see here. See if they open up. They sure do, so you can get a good little breeze right here. You got the Dracula shade. You're ready to rock. You also have the microwave with potato mode, so you're good there. You also have sensor cook if you want to get fancy. Never used that a day in my life, but why not have it? Yeah. Also notice too, no exposed AC, so they're using the Whisper Quiet system. So you just see the returns, and it's all in the track system for easy distribution. But then you also have that blade lighting too, which gives out like a, my wife says it's like an easy, like it's like a warm overglow of the entire camper, not just kind of spots where the pucks are. She said she really liked it because it just has an even glow to it, which, for me, I'm a dude. I like the aesthetics of it, baby. But, she liked how it gave it kind of like a warm feeling. Bluetooth speaker up on the roof, but look at all the space you have for that rainy day for the grandkids, playing some board games. My daughter would be playing like with her Barbies and things like that. The dual opposing sofas make dual opposing sleeping areas. And then, your fireplace, they use one of the larger ones. I think it's a 42-inch deck there, 48-inch deck, something like that. But it puts out 4,800 BTUs of heat, has a couple different coloring modes, but it'll heat up the entirety of this area, absolutely no problem. We already went over this for the most part, but power theater seating with 4 different cup holders. They're also going to be the stainless steel cup holders as well, but extend, retract, and USBs, along with some more USBs and plugins down there. Perfect place for like a book or, your remotes would probably be more common. Another thing that I enjoy is because they use such tall slides sitting at 6'10", is you get big windows, but you also still get storage at the same time. So you have this right here, or you flip it around, and then you have huge storage, or not storage, you have huge windows right there. So I really like the way that it is. Would you take them both with storage, both with big windows? How would you guys prefer it? I think it's a good mixture of good coverage on like your view side, on your camp side, and then on the non-camp side, good storage there too as well. Insignia is going to be a smart TV, by the way. You also got these little friendly octopus doodads, sitting there, hang a hoodie on me. You are good for some fall weather, maybe some keys or dog leashes. And then, like I said, the half bath right across from the door is absolutely fantastic. But before you get there, you got a little bit of storage, and then of course your connection center for all your awning controls, your slide outs, your tank heaters, which are going to be, your tank heaters right there, which are going to be 12-volt pads that stick onto the bottom of your tanks there for you. But 3 ACs, so zone 1, 2, and 3. But I love how it's just right across from the entrance, and also it's accessible for everyone in the upper part of the unit. But then it keeps your bathroom private, unless it's shower time. Porcelain foot flush throne. You got a place to show off the old left-handed bowling gun, baby. And then you come around out here, plenty of room. That's actually pretty darn deep for a medicine cabinet. More solid surface, stainless steel undermounted bowl, and then notice how there's no ducting in the floor throughout. And you got the side ducting right there too as well. Adjustable shelving here in the laundry room with washer and dryer prep. And then you're also going to have plenty of room for like all your, your soaps and detergents, all that kind of stuff. Maybe some like blankets and board games, whatever you might want to do there. Floating steps. So I know a lot of you guys have some animals. It might be a good place for like a little kitty litter, something like that. You also have, looks like a fuse box right here. and then a slide out control here too as well, leading you up into a bedroom. And again, it's a two-step up into the bedroom. However, the storage underneath is absolutely incredible. The exterior of this is going to be great. Oh, like I said before, 6-sided aluminum frame construction, turned 7, because here under the bed, compare this to just about any other brand. The only one doing this really is going to be like Rockwood that I know of on the Forest River side. And absolutely fantastic to have that, because as a fat guy, or even just as anybody, you know, jumping down, you put your knee down on it. It's usually a 1-inch piece of pine, but this is actually aluminum. So again, that's stuff you don't see, and if people don't know, you'll never know why that's better or even different than anybody else. I like the overhead storage, reading lights, and then windows that open up on both sides. But then you're also going to get something that you know, most campers don't have. You got some big old storage right here with some hanging room up in the front here as well. You guys are good. Flip it around here. You got your bedroom with your TV. You got your insignia. You're also going to get a couple pull-out drawers. Bada bing, bada boom. You are ready to rock. And then you also have the gateway, so you're prepped up for your Wi-Fi here too as well. And then again, just the head height alone, one of the tallest upper decks in the game. You're also going to get your hamper right there, and then your porcelain foot flush throne, flipping yourself into a kind of more blue for the bathroom decor. Just kind of gives it a different feel, a different look. I love the backlighting, stainless steel, you know, kind of the dual vanities there. And again, the solid surface countertops. We're doubling up. Babe, if you're watching, I love you twice. Look at that. See, small touches right there so you don't bang up against the window. Good spot for the toilet, so you can go shoulder to shoulder without doing any damage there. And then a one-piece fiberglass shell for the shower with the Tri-Glide glass series. So I'm 6 foot, 300 pounds, and you're looking at about 6'3" here, probably about 6'6", 6'7" there. So again, tall folks approved. But all right, I think that gives us a good overview. Now I'm going to head around the outside. But again, it's the 2026 Columbus 388 FKH, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, 388 FKH. All right, so here we are on the outside. Now again, if you miss it the first time around, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes can be found down in the description, along with a link for Funtown RV if you guys want to, you know, order something like this, whether it's just like this or a couple other, you know, just various ways that you can order it. Molded fiberglass front cap here up in the front, and you have the LED lights, which aren't turned on because obviously, you know, it's in the middle of the day. You don't need it there. But you're also going to see you have the MORryde pin box right here. So right up here, you got these little, I don't know if you call them pistons or what fancy people call them, but basically it helps you with that chucking and bucking. So when you're driving down the road, it's just a little bit more of a comfortable way of doing things. Classic storage here up in the front, but then you're also going to have your 6-point hydraulic auto leveling right there for you. You got a little mini pass-through storage, nothing crazy there, but enough to kind of get things in and out, maybe like a picnic table or something of that nature. And then they don't do any type of the extra fluff with like the frameless windows or anything like that. But notice all the coverage that you get here from the awnings. Absolutely fantastic to have that. And then you're going to get the, the dual axles. It looks like a 16-inch rim on there. Let's see here, Road Tech, real-time tire pressure monitoring, built for those who live on the... It's a whole lot of fancy for saying tire pressure monitoring system. But what's nice about that is they started introducing us in the campers about 4 years ago. And since then, really the blowouts going down the road have dropped down tremendous, which is really all you're trying to accomplish, you know, for something like that. So when I said that that bedroom was raised, this is why it is raised. And if you are somebody that likes to bring a lot of stuff, maybe some kayaks or something of that nature, this is one of the few floor plans that you can actually bring stuff like that with you. Like, so we just went canoeing, you know, down the river. We took all the kids and all of that. Well, you could actually put in like 4 full-size canoes in there, you know, which is absolutely fantastic. It's also going to be the slam latch doors as well. And then you have an LP quick connect right there with a heated and enclosed underbelly. And again, remember, you have that those heated holding tanks, which isn't anything crazy, but I do want to point it out just so you know that you have it. 250-pound weight capacity to get on top of your fully walkable roof. So check your seals, check your slides. You're also going to be prepped up for the rear observation camera. And then you do get the towing package as well, which you can see 300-pound hitch rating, 3,000-pound tow rating, along with the 4-way pin right there as well. And that's locked up, but that's just access into, you know, that side there. Flip it on around here. You got your, I don't know if these are standard or not, so you want to make sure, but you have your slide toppers to prevent debris from falling on top of the unit. The back end of that pass-through storage And then of course you got your sewer outlet and waste holding tanks. It'll be a good test to see how the mics hold up. This generator is as loud as can be. So we will see if you guys can hear me or not. Moride CRE 3000 series for the suspension. So a little bit of a smoother ride there for you, which is nice. And then your gray tank drain was located right there. And then this is going to be the other end of that pass-through storage. Your auto leveling control, which again is the hydraulic auto leveling. A little bit of a propane. And guys, I think we are ready to rock. But I appreciate you guys watching. Again, my name is Hunter. This is the 2026 Columbus 388 FKH. Have a great day. See you.